Good morning. How are you today? I feel it's like a day of calm, a calm before the storm. Appointment to the Supreme Court, the debate next week of Trump and Biden. I'm wearing my dad's jacket. It's a memento. He died in '88 of lung cancer, and occasionally I wear something of his, and it helps me think of him, meditate upon him. I can't imagine what he would think of this president, but he would think he was a bully and a blowhard. My dad didn't have much use for politicians to begin with. The question of the appointment of Barrett, it hits me on several points. Number one is no person has any right to foist their religion on me or anyone else. They can worship any way they want. They can worship little tiny, images of their God, or believe in the silence of the name, or have no belief at all. That's their business. But when they try to impose that religion on me, on the functions of government, then I say stop. I rail against that. And that's who this nominee is. She's a person who wants to impose her religion on others and says that the kingdom of God is the objective of lawyers to fulfill that, to bring it to the United States. And our Constitution is secular. It says we the people. There's no reference to God. Number two, as a lawyer, and just as a person who's logical, I cannot stand people who lie about their intent. I will follow precedent when they have no intention to do so. And we've had those people on the court already. Kavanaugh is one example. Gorsuch is a less obvious example. But this candidate, Barrett, she belongs to the people of praise, an extreme group some call a cult, that actually exalts men over women, makes them subordinate. Instead of tithing, they pay 5% to this organization. And they're not comfortable, of course, with gays, and they're not comfortable with premarital sex, and they're just not comfortable with any kind of birth control, plainly. So what's at risk? Going back to earlier court decisions that say you can take pills, that you can have an abortion in pre-viability periods. And there was a case that basically put an undue burden on having an abortion just this past June. And the court said it wasn't acceptable, it was unconstitutional. Because what it did was it limited the entire state of Louisiana, where Barrett's originally from, to one abortion clinic. So there are Republicans, without having considered a minute of the background investigation or her views, that are prepared to support her. And the Democrats' objective here has to be to shed light on this. If not to stop the nominee and bork her, if you will, but to educate America in this election. An America that overwhelmingly supports the right to abortion, with certain objections as to exactly where those lines are drawn. But America is like 3/4 of it is for the general proposition. And that makes this an electoral mistake for the president to feel so strongly that he should do what he's doing. We have to encourage our members in Congress to fight this nomination in the Senate and in the House and in the streets and in editorials. And last, but hardly least, is to vote now, all the way through Election Day, any way you can, legally, to remove the beast from the White House who would put this religious beast on the court, who would ignore the law and follow her faith in contravention of what anybody else believes, either religiously or legally. Well, thank you very much. Hope you have a good day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.